y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cool, really creepy skeleton wall decor piece. I'm also sort of doing a review on the color morph paint from Krylon in this one. Anyway, stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. Alrighty, y'all, let us get started. First off, what I have here, this is a big piece of wood. It is called the innkeeper sign. This is a 16-inch, right there, 16-inch innkeeper sign. This came from Hobby Lobby, but you know, pretty much any craft store is going to carry things like this. Just the size, I believe, is going to be the most important thing here. It doesn't so much matter as the design here, but this is 16 inches. You're going to need that. You're also going to need, come here, George. I named him George. This is my skeleton. This is my friend George. I'll call him Harvey. Say hi, Harvey. Hi. This is a skeleton from Walmart. Whoopsie doodle. This is a 35-inch skeleton. So 16 inches, 35 inches here. And he was $9. So this craft here, it's not going to be one of the cheapest crafts I've made, but I'm thinking it's going to be cute when I'm done. So anyway, we have this skeleton here, and what we are going to do is we're going to dismantle him. We're going to dismantle him. And he's probably not going to like that. Being he's dead, what's he going to do about it? So anyway, he's all held together with zip ties. So we're going to cut all that off, cut his tags off, because what we're after is this rib cage and the pelvis. We're going to keep that intact. Now, as you can see, he is held together by some screws here. All of his little joints are held together with screws. And what I want to do is, I have a screwdriver over here. And I'm going to, woo! I sound like Ric Flair, woo! So I'm going to take his arms off. Let's take a look at this. Looks like these arms right here are just going to pop off. But the hips here, they're held together with screws. And I'm going to keep all of these things because you know what? I'll do something with them later. But I'm going to dismantle him and then we'll be back. All right. Well, I've got his little arms and legs taken off. He put up a fight. I'm going to tell you that. He put up a fight. Let's see. Do I want to take his head off? You know what? I could leave the head on as well. But I don't think I want to. I mean, I just want the rib cage and the pelvis. So yeah, we're going to take his head off. And I think the head, ooh, well, that'll make it easy. I think the head just unscrews. Because y'all know me, I'm strange and I like strange decor in my house. So this is something that's probably going to stay up all the time. All right, so now that we have this and the wood, what we're going to be doing here in a minute is mounting this to this. I wanted to have a little bit of space above and below here. That's kind of why I didn't want the head on. But anyway, what I have here is I have some matte black spray paint. I got something on my hand. Matte black spray paint. And we're going to be painting both pieces with this spray paint. After we do that, I am going to be painting this part here with this new color morph paint from Krylon. Now, I know a lot of y'all have been asking me about this paint and if I have used this paint, and I just now got my hands on some. It was $14.99 at Hobby Lobby, and it says to apply over a black base coat to maximize the effect. Now, they had a can of black spray paint right beside of this, and it was a tiny little can like this. That was like $11, I think. I'm like, no, we're just going to get this, you know. But you use whatever black spray paint you have. So I'm going to paint both of them with this, and then I'm going to paint this part, the bone part, with this paint. I don't know if it'll take one coat or two coats. I don't know. But anyway, well, let's see. Does it say? Apply multiple thin coats. Wait 1 minute between each coat. All right, it says that you can handle it in an hour. It says, you know, it promotes itself as being a very fast drying paint. So this is kind of like a paint review on top of the craft, okay? But anyway, I'm going to go paint everything and we'll come back and see what I've got. Alrighty, so I have stepped outside just for a minute so you can see the color flashes in this paint under the sunlight, because it does look a bit different when I bring it in under the fluorescent lights. Okay, so we have our bones here. That's what I'm going to call it. We have our bones here. And you know what? Okay, the color shifting paint, color morph paint. I mean, color shifting paint's been around for forever. But let me tell you about this. So I put on one coat of the black matte paint and let that dry completely. Then I put on a second coat of the black paint, and I let that dry what I thought was completely. And then I put on just such a very thin coat of the color morph paint, and all of it started running off, okay? So what you need to do is you need to make sure that your base coat of black paint is 100% completely dry. I coated it with black again. I let it sit all night long, a good 12 hours. I made sure it was like bone dry, pun intended. I made sure it was bone dry, and then put on just the lightest coat of the color morph paint. I let that dry for half an hour, put on another coat. It was a process. I'm going to tell you, it was a process. This is 6 coats of the color morph paint, and I know that's why I took that little short clip of me with it outside, so you can really see just how pretty this paint is. But I love it. I think it's very pretty. Let's see. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to stick this down with some hot glue. I highly, highly suggest that you use some E6000 along with the hot glue. Well, Amber, if you recommend that, then why are you not doing it in the video? Because I don't have any. I've been to 3 stores today looking for either E6000 or the Gorilla glue that's like E6000. I can't find any. So I've ordered some. I ordered some off of Amazon, and it'll be here in a couple days. So for the time being, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be sticking it down with some hot glue. Then when my E6000 gets here, I'll go back and I'm going to be reinforcing this, okay? But anyway, I did not put the colorful paint on the back. Why? Because you're not going to see it until that paint's expensive. But if you can see here, I kind of laid it on the wood and I rubbed it back and forth and rubbed some of the paint off so that I could see the points where it's going to touch the wood. And that's where I'm going to put the hot glue. So I'm going to put the hot glue here, and then we're going to stick it down. I'm going to let that set up. And then with my glue gun with the pointy tip, I'm going to go in and I'm going to put just a little bit more, you know, to kind of give it a little bit more stability. So with that being said, I know I'm talking a lot, but you know, people say, well, why do you talk so much? Because if I don't talk, how are you going to learn if I don't tell you things? All right, so let's flip this over. I'm going to try to center it. I think that is centered. You're going to have to hold it up because it's going to want to flip-flop to one side or other. So just have to hold it up like this, and I'm going to hold it in place until that glue sets up. All right, I have scissors here and a mechanical pencil here, just kind of, you know, wedged under there, holding this upright until the glue sets up. Now, I found these wonderfully gloomy flowers at Hobby Lobby. This dark purple. Y'all know I'm obsessed with purple. How cute is that? And what I'm going to do is, while that glue is still setting up, I'm going to whack their little heads off. I don't know if I'm going to use any of the leaves or not. I want to keep this dark, you know. But I'm going to take the flowers off. And I also have these butterflies. I was trying to find the darkest butterflies that I could, but I saw these purple, and I can see on the screen here that the colors, you know, look different. But these here, they're purple, and to me, they look like they have gray in them. So, you know, I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, I'm going to take these flowers apart. Okie dokie. So, I think this is all glued down here. And now I've been trying to get some stuff together. I do have this Spanish moss here, like this deadish looking moss, which I'm going to stuff up in the rib cage. And I've got a song going in my head, stuff the corpse with dead moss. You know what? How awesome would that be? Julie is probably shaking her head from Julie's Wreath Boutique because she knows what kind of music I listen to, and she just doesn't understand it. She's probably thinking, Amber, stop. So yes, we're going to stuff this with some dead moss, and I'm just going to try to pull it up just a little bit here. There we go. All right. So now we have these flowers. And basically all that we're going to do now is just glue on flowers and the butterflies. And I don't know exactly which way I want to glue them on. So, you know, when you're doing stuff like this, I mean, you basically, it's like just, sometimes it can take me 30 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, you know, just to set things down and arrange them, you know, just try to see which way would look best for everything to be stuck down. You could take some of these flowers and like let them, excuse me, I'm trying to shove this into your rib cage. you know, like just let it hang down. Whoopsie. And we have the flowers here. This is a pretty large flower. And then this little smaller one. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to play with it. I'm going to see, you know, which way the flowers look best, the way I like it, because I'm going to have to stand up. I'm going to have to move the camera out of my face. And yeah, so I'm just going to start gluing stuff down and we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. Alrighty, so you know what? I tried placing the longer flowers, these on there, and you know, it was a bit overwhelming. So I think I'm going to leave those off. But anyway, this is what we have so far. I am really, really liking it. But I know somebody's going to say, well, it would look better with lights. Why don't you put lights? So I've got some lights. I got these fairy lights from Walmart, and I picked these because the battery case here is black, and it will blend in better with everything. I'm going to do a little bit more painting, and then when I'm done with that, we're going to take this and we will shove it up in the rib cage, okay? But I have this paint here, gunmetal gray. I got this paint from Walmart, and I wasn't going to paint anything else on here. I wasn't. I'm like, you know what? This looks good. I'm going to leave it alone. But then I decided, hey, as I tend to do, and I thought about, I'm going to take this silver and just around here, you know, just to kind of frame it all in, you know. So I am going to, let's see, try to be careful with this because I don't want to bump it around too much. Yeah, and just this right here, see this edge, and then I'm going to come up a little bit, and we're just going to paint all the way around. All right, so I am going to do that. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to take the lights and I'm going to cram it up in here. I'm thinking that maybe the moss, once you wedge everything in there, the moss itself is going to hold the battery pack up in there. But I don't know. I will know once I get done with this and when I actually try it. But anyway, I'm going to keep painting and I'll be back. Alrighty, so this, let me move the camera out. This is what we have so far. I'm still waiting just a few little spots of the paint to dry, and I have the lights in. I don't know if you can really tell that right now, but the lights are in there. So anyway, I'm going to take a picture of it so that you can see it a little bit better in its entirety. At the end of the video, you've already seen it at the beginning, but anyway, this is what we have. As far as hanging it, let me try to see, I got paint on my hand. As far as hanging it, couple different ways you can do it. You could take a little screw and screw a loop of wire onto the back. You could, which is what I'm going to do here, and I should have done it at the beginning, but I didn't have any, and I'm like, shoot, I'll just do it later. You know the little sawtooth hangers? If you go to Walmart and go over in the hardware section with like the fasteners and hangers and stuff like that, where they have all the command hooks and such, you'll see these little metal hangers with the little jaggedy teeth on them, like, you know, when you buy a picture to hang on the wall, it has those on the back. It'll come with a handful of those and some tiny little nails, and you just nail it into the back, and then you can put a screw or whatever nail in the wall and hang it up that way. So, you know, that's what I'll do to hang mine up. But I'm going to let it sit here and dry, and that will be that. But anyway, if you would look at the jewelry, this is paparazzi jewelry. Each piece is only $5. Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming, so start stocking up on this stuff. The link is in the description box. It says paparazzi. Click on that link and then click on where it says shop, and it'll take you to all the goodies. But anyway, give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which are in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time.